remember the first time learning to fix things, and it's so satisfying because like you fixed something. I love how that feels. I love the taking it apart, solving the puzzle, putting it back together. I guess I don't know the words to describe it, because it's a challenge, like it's always a challenge, but I love meeting that challenge. And I love the physicality of it. I love that it's a job where you've got to put your back into it. I signed up to go to MMI, and it was scary and it was really, really hard. I had so little experience, and I was one of 3 women out of 1,100 students. One day I walked in the office and everyone in the office said, "She's here, she's here." And they called me in and sat me down, and Mary Joseph says to me, "I found your job. You're going to work at the motor company." And I said, "What motor company?" She said, "Harley Davidson, honey. You're going to work for Harley Davidson. I found your job." And I was like, "What?" And she said, "They let me pick 1 student a year." So that was how I got that one job. Now, that job's title was the Golden Boy. And when I got to Harley, they refused to give me a copy of the job description because they were worried that I would sue them because it was of the title. So I was the Golden Boy at Harley Davidson University.
I have been racing for 1.5 years now, so this is my 2nd season. And racing is very, very different to riding on the road. It's almost like nothing like riding on the road. On the road, you will never rush into a corner. And on the road, you will never be too close to anyone else on purpose. In racing, it's a part of it. We call it racecraft. So riding is one thing, but then being really good and being in that state of mind that you can be so close to another rider. And I don't know, intimidated, but it was just unknown to me first. But then last year I had a few races where I was very, very closely competing with a couple of other races. There was a lot of touching, and one guy's foot peg went through my fairings right here. And it was scary at times, but the feeling when I'm racing is what I look for. It's this combination of being really mindful, being really, really in the moment, but also there's this adrenaline rush, and it's just so exciting, elbow to elbow, tipping into a corner when you're like rubbing the other rider 200 km an hour. There's nothing else in the world at that moment, and I think that's the rush that all racers get and why they race. That's why I race.
Learning a new sport, especially a motorbike, it was quite scary, and I got very frustrated at myself because I found it really hard. But I guess like any sport, the more time you put into it, the better you get. And I was so determined because I really wanted to be good at riding, so I just practiced a lot. Being born in Australia, it was very difficult trying to be an Australian, because that's all I know what to be, but also try to keep the Korean tradition, which is what my parents are. There were a lot of struggles of me trying to be myself while they told me what I should be like. And even to now, they don't really know much about my motorbike riding. They actually don't know anything about my dirt bike. When they found out about my first motorbike, they literally fell off their chair. But I understand their concerns. It's obviously a dangerous sport, but you know, if you know what you're doing, it reduces that chance.
lots of reasons why women don't get involved with motorcycle riding. One is young girls aren't encouraged to do those sorts of physical, scary things. We love to teach boys how to do that, and we encourage them. You fall down, you get up. We tell women, or we tell little girls, if you fall down, you're gonna hurt yourself, so don't fall down. And that's really not the right message. So it starts there.
I think all women should be celebrated in whatever they do. But when we're looking at a certain profession, such as a motorcycle racer, I hope that it's not only the gender that people see. I hope that it's all the hard work and all the results as well, and not just in relation to some other people, to men. And I'm really happy when people ask me questions about what I do and how I got here, and not how I do my hair when I wear a helmet. In my ideal world, everyone would stand up for themselves, and everyone would then also give other people the benefit of doubt. Everyone's got a story. And if we think that way, we would actually stop and listen instead of maybe pushing our own prejudices and our own biases.
I like to share my story, and I think that around me there's a lot of girls who think they'd like to try now. Just face your fears, and practice makes perfect. Even when I was learning my road bike, I dropped my bike and fell off so many times, but you know, you just got to learn to walk before you run.
We have to support each other, and we have to encourage each other to do it. And I think that it's common for women to kind of feel like, well, I'm not the best one at this, so I'm probably not who you should ask. Well, you're the one I'm going to ask today because you are doing it, and so you have more information than someone that hasn't started yet.
I'm the first one to say that I am happy to just convert one person at a time. I'm always going to stand for my beliefs and help other people who maybe don't feel that empowered, help them to go for what they believe in as well.
If we can have a shop where women can walk in and we don't assume that they're the passenger or that they've just given someone a ride. If we can have new riders walk in and feel like it's okay if they don't know all the answers, then that's an achievement that I can be really, really proud of. And I can't imagine doing anything else. Like I really love what we do.